This story is a living passion. I'm not crashing.
In this doorway here, I'm going to do this in two stages. First, I want to identify a little bit of detail that's happening in there. I'll start with this one. Just take pure water and wet this. This one here. While I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm going to put a dark section under it, but under that there's a board. In fact, I think these ones down here might be okay. Yeah, they're almost totally dry. And this one up here. I'm going to test this. Okay, good. Now the one thing, these windows may be too dark, but I can lift some of them out later, so I'm going to leave them till I get the others in, and they are not dark enough. So I'll mix up a stronger mixture. But this thatched roof has a section where it curves up here, so I just want to show that by having that. A little bit of a shadow there, and I'm just going to soften it on this edge. And I think this is dry enough now to add the darker section underneath the thatched roof. And I think this is okay. I'm going to take this dark mixture and now go over the entire opening, and when that dries I should be able to see a little bit of detail in there. There's a bit of grass showing through. We're seeing a bank through the side of the arch there, and I also want to have just kind of a stone figure there. The water under this arch is as dark as the arch, so I'm going to go back to my phthalo blue because it's such a strong color, add a little of the ultra, and some of the red, and I want this water to come out sort of, there's a bit of a water, not a falls, but a bit of a ledge there that it goes over. And I'm leaving that strip of white just to differentiate the water. And what I'm actually going to do is I'll have some of these just rippling into the stream. Okay, and also back here the roof of this castle. So I want to increase the value, and I'll do that increase the value right here, and I'll do it by adding some trees. And I'm just going to take them unified the two bridges or roofs by putting them together. Now I want to do a stroke to separate them. And also, these thatched roofs had a line of something to tie it together along the top there, so I'll do a bit of that and a bit of that on this one. I'm going to take my squirrel brush here and take a light red mixture. I'm going to get a nice smooth continuous stroke right across here. I think I could also do with delineating some of these bricks and everything a little bit more. I'm going to carry this idea just a little bit further, particularly where I have these bits of white have been left. Now, just take pure water . On this side of the house. I want to have this water, and going back to some phthalo, I want this water to have a real nice ripple down in as it goes downstream. Just with water, doing a little bit there. Actually, that one will work fine for this. Just define that bank in there a little bit more. Okay, one of the finishing touches, I want to have smoke coming out of this chimney, and I've already painted over that. So what I did is I took this piece of paper and I just drew, I'll put it up here, I just drew, no, actually I'll move it down here so you can see it. I just drew with a pencil an irregular smoke type shape, and then I cut it out with an X-Acto knife, so I've got a stencil. And I'll put the stencil in place here. And I'm going to get my bristle brush, my real scrubber, and I'm going to scrub that out. Just a little bit of dark in these trees and pure water. I'm not even going to take the time to dry it, but I just don't want this white stripe to be white all the way across. So I'm going to just put a light glaze, probably of some red over, particularly at the edges. And I may tweak some other things, but pretty much this is finished. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.